All right, so we have a quiz tomorrow. The quiz is going to cover lessons 10-2 and 10-4. You're going to have 14 questions on the quiz. So 14 questions. Questions 1 through 8 are going to be what we just checked. So lesson 10-2. And it'll be just like the homework. So you're going to have simple ones where you might just have to add, subtract, multiply, or divide. You may have two-step equations where you'll have to add or subtract first and then multiply or divide second. You may have complex ones where you're going to have to distribute and maybe move a letter to one side and a number. So all of the homework questions are an excellent way to study for this. All of the questions that you did in the homework are good examples to use to study for the test. Now, again, remember when you are solving these, you need to write your answer as an inequality, and you will also have to graph it. So, for example, if I were to solve this one, let's say it is 4q, or I'll do 4x less than 12. So you will solve it. Here, what you're going to do, if you're given a question like this, you would divide both sides by 4, and you would get x is less than 3. So I need to see this written on your paper, and then I also need to see the graph of it. Now, you're going to just be given a blank line, so all you need to do is put the number of where you need to put your circle, and then the appropriate type of circle, either an opened or a closed. So this one, because it's just a plain less than, will be an open circle, and you would point the direction to the left. Yes?
According to our books, we have to put the open circle and the arrow on top of, well, I mean, like on.
Actually, on the number line. That's fine if you want to do it that way. If you just want to show me so I can see it clearly, that's fine. But if you actually want to graph it on top of the number line, you can do that also. Okay, I just need to see the correct type of circle and the direction it's going.
So it can either hover or stack.
Exactly. All right, so again, anything from 10-2 is, from the homework that you just did, would be a potential question on the quiz. Then questions 9 through 14, that is going to be what you're working on now. These are going to be the compound inequalities. So this is coming from 10-4. Now, you will have some that are written with the word and then some that are written compound. So let me show you examples of those. So, for example, you could get a question like number, I guess you're going to do even, so 2 less than a plus 1 less than 3. So again, you can either choose to break it apart or you can solve it like this. Just remember when you're solving it from here, you need to do everything to the left, the middle, and the right. So here you would get -3, which is less than a, which is less than 2. So I want to see the compound inequality written like this. Now, if you chose to pull this apart, you could do -2 less than a plus 1, and then you could also do a plus 1 is less than 3. So you could pull it apart, do this one, and then do this one. Remember, if you're going to pull it apart, this is a compound conjunction, so it's joined with the word and then you would solve them both separately. So -3 less than a, and over here, solve this one, a is less than 2. So again, you can do it either way tomorrow on the quiz. Some of the questions will be presented like this, already pulled apart for you, and then some will be presented compound. All of the questions, actually no, there is some towards the end where it is pulled apart. Now the graph of this is a segment, so remember you would put, if I graph this, you're graphing both of them on your number line. So put -3 here, 2 here. So this graph would be all numbers that are a greater than, so open circle going in this direction. And then this one would be all numbers less than 2. I only need to see the overlap. So the only thing I would need to see is this segment. If you want to show me both and where they overlap, that's fine. You'll also have some OR questions. Those cannot be written compoundly, so they will be separated with the word OR. So for example, if I have y minus 2 less than negative 5 or y minus 2 greater than 5, I'm going to solve each one individually. Add 2. Y is less than negative 3. Add 2. Y is greater than 7. So again, you'll graph it. So this is the whole part that you're going to write on the first line, and then you're going to write the graph. So here, negative 3, positive 7. This one is an open circle going this way. This one is an open circle going this way. Generally, these are going to be two rays going in different directions. However, sometimes it may be the entire number line. It depends on where the two numbers are. So you will have questions 9 through 14 from the homework in 10-4. Any questions? So you will have and, or, and then you'll also have them written compactly.